The sandwich. I've sampled countless variations of this delectable and ingenious American icon.
Oh, hell yeah.
But one question remains. Which one is the best?
Oh, my God.
To find out, I'm tasting my top 3 sandwiches in 10 U.S. regions. Representing the Gulf Coast, a New Orleans icon, the indulgent, fully dressed shrimp po' boy.
Seriously, one of the best sandwiches I've ever eaten.
A mighty Cuban meat feast from Tampa, Florida, the Medianoche.
Is Tampa gonna win for our Medianoche sandwich?
And another Florida coast phenomenon, the revolutionary Grouper Reuben.
Blackened Grouper Reuben as the best sandwich in America.
You're comparing just excellent to excellent. It's virtually impossible.
I'll subject each sandwich to my trademark bite scale. The one that rises above the rest will win the region and move on to the national championship for a chance to be crowned Adam Richman's best sandwich in America.
The Gulf Coast of the United States is a nearly 1,700-mile stretch of land that goes from Florida to Alabama, Louisiana to Mississippi, and all the way to Texas.
And the first stop on my mouth-watering road trip is the Big Easy.
Stella! Totally thought that was Stella. The Port of New Orleans is the 5th largest port in the entire United States. And its cuisine reflects its rich cultural heritage, combining flavors from Creole, Cajun, and even French influences. It's also loved by my friend, colleague, and global food adventurer, Anthony Bourdain.
Hi, Adam. As you know, ambiance, atmosphere, your surroundings, I feel they're very important to the meal as a whole. So I'd recommend for a great sandwich, Domalice's in New Orleans. They have an impeccable po' boy sandwich. All of them are good. I like the shrimp.
Anthony is not alone. Family-run Domalice's is a century-old uptown institution and the #1 spot for a snack synonymous with the Big Easy, the po' boy.
The crunchiness of the bread and the crunchiness of the shrimp just mixed with the in-house ketchup and the hot sauce makes for an amazing sandwich.
Best sandwich in the world.
With up to 500 a day being devoured by local po' boy lovers, it's an undeniable contender.
Contender #1.
How long have you been coming here?
Since 1962.
In your opinion, does the shrimp po' boy, Domalice's, have what it takes to be the absolute best sandwich in America?
With me, there's no dispute. When you get here and park a half block away, and you begin to smell, you just know how good it's going to be.
Well, time for Richman to meet the po' boy.
The man behind the messiah of all po' boys is Josh Domalice. He's carrying the culinary torch for the 4th generation.
Thank you very much for having me, sir. The po' boy is arguably the most common, ubiquitous sandwich here in New Orleans, and yet you guys are like the first word on everyone's lips. What is the secret?
Traditionally, a po' boy should be the cheapest, your leftover stuff. Put it on a sandwich, and that's your po' boy.
The po' boy's roots supposedly date back to the New Orleans streetcar strike of 1929, when a local restaurant created cheap sandwiches to feed the poor boy workers.
That's not what we do here.
We use nothing but really quality stuff.
Which is kind of remarkable that it's a po' boy with high quality. So it's kind of like a humble boy sandwich.
Initiate sandwich construction.
Oh, my word.
Can the fully dressed shrimp po' boy dominate the Medianoche and the blackened grouper Reuben and make it to the national finals?
One of the best sandwiches I've ever eaten. I'm taking this. I'm taking this. And I'll be back.
I'm on a journey through America's Gulf Coast. Where 3 unbelievable sandwiches are competing to be my #1 in the region and move on to the national final. Our first competitor, the iconic Domalizi's fully dressed shrimp po' boy. A fried shrimp feast that takes traditional Big Easy comfort food to a whole new level.
BITE. Bread, interior, taste, and eating experience. B. The bread. Outstanding. A true New Orleans product. Without the humidity and the climate here, you couldn't get this amazing crust. You couldn't get this pillowy, light interior, and it acts like an amazing sponge. It's Gulf Coast shrimp. To me, it is the crown jewel of the amazing seafood bounty that comes out of the Gulf of Mexico. The double dip process on this shrimp provides this amazing coating, but it doesn't feel heavy. The spice from the hot sauce, that rich tomato, almost sweet, vinegary savoriness of that ketchup, you have an incredibly balanced bite.
Everything here is homemade. We don't shortchange anything. It's different than any other shrimp po' boy you're gonna have in the city anywhere else. Here, we're all about the sauce.
The eating experience. Domalizi's has been around for a century. You can come here and be treated like family.
My sandwich is the best sandwich in America.
The po' boy is a formidable contender. But to reign triumphant, it has to beat out 2 more sensational Gulf Coast bites. I'm heading east, leaving behind the beautiful city of New Orleans and heading to sunny Tampa, Florida, an epicenter of Cuban culture here in America. When Cuban cigar operations moved to Tampa in the late 1800s, a major influx of Cuban immigrants and culture followed. And according to legend, Tampa is where the Cubano sandwich first hit U.S. shores. Today, I'm sampling another Cuban delicacy, the Medianoche sandwich. And to me, one of the absolute best can be found right here in Tampa at Aguila's.
Contender #2.
Tampa natives hungry for authentic Cuban fare flock daily to Aguila's for the Medianoche, a close relative to the Cubano. Its name, Spanish for midnight, comes from its late-night popularity back in Havana.
It's great, the combination of the ham with the pickles and the type of bread that it's in. It is delicious. I truly believe that this is one of the greatest sandwiches in the world.
We come here every day. I love the Medianoche here. It's the best sandwich.
The local adoration for the Medianoche is unmistakable.
Is Tampa gonna win for our Medianoche sandwich?
Because celebrated chef Mario Aguila pours Cuban passion into every single bite.
Oh, yes. Good to see you again.
Right? Handshakes are for strangers.
Wonderful.
Good to see you.
Yes, he's back.
How long has Aguila's been in business?
For 24 years.
When Mario's family emigrated from Cuba in 1966, Tampa was hit with a taste it would never forget.
Initiate sandwich construction.
All of these go into the Medianoche, right?
All the ingredients and all that you see right in front of you.
Mario begins begins with an eggy, sweet, delicately soft bread that puts the medianoche in a league of its own.
It's really thin and very delicate.
Correct. That's why you have to be very careful.
Now, you guys have to hand slice every single one that comes out of the kitchen?
Every single one.
Just that little element, just
Sure.
ensuring the freshness of that bread is gonna already elevate the sandwich.
Every component is layered in a calculated order to maximize the spectrum of flavors, starting with the boiled ham and serrano.
How did you guys decide on the order? How did you guys come up with it? Was it trial and error, or is there a reasoning why each one?
We just tasted it again and again and again until we got it right.
One of the things that I love about this man and his attention to detail, everything goes perfectly with everything else.
But the heart and soul of this sandwich is the slow-roasted pork, seasoned in a sour orange and garlic mojo sauce.
How long do you guys cook the pork alone?
3 to 4 hours, very slowly.
Yeah, 4 hours for one ingredient on this sandwich.
Absolutely.
If there were no other ingredients on this sandwich, I would be okay with that.
A layer of Swiss cheese, salty salami, mayo, mustard, and pickles, and it's time to turn up the heat in a press called La Plancha.
Well, this is a specific temperature, right?
Yes, it is, Adam. The medianoche would only take 300.
When you press it together, all these meats, all these flavors become this
blend
one.
in together. Exactly.
Planches you've never planched before, Mother Plancher.
10 mouth-watering minutes later, the medianoche reaches new levels of glory. Its pastry crust seals in the now caramelized filling.
Thing of beauty. It's better than I remembered.
It's evaluation time as the mighty medianoche goes up against the impeccable po' boy.
Prepare evaluation.
The egg bread is sensational. It stays crispy throughout and soft, chewy, sweet, and pliable inside. I love the pork here. You get one cohesive flavor that has lots of dimensions, and that mojo on the pork, sensational.
The medianoche has a unique taste. It's one of the most authentic sandwiches from Cuba.
Incredible taste. You would think with all these deli meats it would get kind of salty, but absolutely not. You know, one of the things that I love about this place, it's completely unpretentious, and yet it serves food of the highest order.
This is the best sandwich in America.
Both Domalese's fully dressed shrimp po' boy and Aguila's medianoche have blown me away. But only one can move on to the next round and have a chance to win the national title.
The sandwich that moves on to the next round is...
I'm on an epic and delicious adventure to discover the best sandwich in the Gulf. I've tasted the New Orleans fully dressed shrimp po' boy and Tampa's medianoche. Both are worthy contenders, but only one can advance to the final round.
We have an amazing medianoche. We have an incredible po' boy. Two amazing sandwiches, totally different, and sandwiches worth traveling to the Gulf Coast for. This one's really difficult, maybe my hardest decision yet. I'm gonna have to say, with the most unique process I've ever seen with any type of food, the sandwich that moves on to the next round. It's the shrimp po' boy from Domalese's in New Orleans. Some of the best shrimp I've ever come across, with homemade condiments, with a sandwich that you cannot forget.
The Louisiana po' boy came out on top, but it's up against one more sandwich before it can become my Gulf Coast favorite.
My search continues right here in Tampa, 8.5 miles northeast of Aguilas at Skipper's Smokehouse, a place that's so connected with Tampa's fishing industry that local fishermen drop off their fresh catch to be served, and I'm going to sample their award-winning blackened grouper Reuben.
A decade ago, Skipper's put an inventive Gulf twist on a classic sandwich, the Reuben, by substituting corned beef or pastrami with blackened Gulf Coast grouper. Sandwich history was made. Today, it's my final contender for best sandwich in the Gulf.
Contender number 3.
Blackened grouper Reuben?
Number 1.
All right. Do you think it's the best sandwich on the Gulf Coast?
Absolutely. It's healthy for you. It's probably healthier for you than the typical Reuben.
I think so, too. It's got all that savoriness, totally light. Enjoy your sandwich. I'm going to go to the kitchen. I got to get one. I want it, don't bad.
Thank you, Adam.
It's time to reunite with my Reuben and the woman who makes it.
Give me a little bit of love. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, behold Vicky's magnificence. Let's make some black grouper Reuben.
Initiate sandwich construction.
What do you need first?
Hand me that piece of grouper, please.
Sure. Oh.
Vicky seasons the white, flaky grouper with Skipper's signature spices.
Now, what are you dredging it in there?
Melted butter.
Duh.
It grills until it's encased in an aromatic crust.
Ah, that's the smell I remember. I mean, every spice, even for you guys who are cooking at home, even it's garlic powder or sesame seed, throw it in a dry pan. You're actually gonna release these amazing essential oils that are in every spice. Big punch of the flavor when you bite into it, and then the quality of this fish really gets a chance to sing.
One of our Gulf of Mexico treasures right there.
Unlike the classic Reuben, Skipper's uses a hearty marble rye, part pumpernickel, part rye.
Swiss cheese, please.
It's like a doctor's operation. Swiss cheese, doctor.
We pile on generous swirls of Thousand Island and Swiss cheese. But for me, the prize ingredient is Vicky's caramelized sauerkraut.
I'm gonna put the sauerkraut on the flat top as well.
That's awesome. You kind of let this one ingredient that everyone's so familiar with kind of become its own thing by grilling it, letting it soak up all those flavors.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Matter of fact, I want to flip it over so it gets a little crusty.
Okay.
Look at that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Isn't that beautiful? Changes its whole flavor. Even people like me that don't like sauerkraut, once you grill it like this, it's delicious. And it makes the sandwich. It's perfect.
All the components sizzle together, juices commingle, and one remarkable Reuben flavor is born.
Fundamental Sandwich Truth by Adam Richman. Diagonally cut sandwiches taste better than rectangular cut sandwiches, right?
And they look better, too.
Hell
Look at that.
yes. Ladies and gentlemen, behold the gloriousness of the blackened grouper Reuben.
Bite it.
Yes, ma'am. She means that in a nice way. Oh, hell yeah.
It's time to pass judgment.
Prepare evaluation.
The bread, amazing, amazing flavor. The only drawback is that it gets really, really soggy. I think that is one of the most clever combinations and truly an homage to multiple Gulf Coast traditions.
It's different. People have never seen those combinations with a piece of fish blackened.
The taste is extraordinary. It's everything you love in a Reuben, but it's a much lighter taste. They have stage here, amazing music, great decor, an amazing eating experience.
The grouper Reuben tantalized my taste buds, but can it defeat the shrimp po' boy, claim Gulf Coast supremacy, and move on to the national finals?
Our Gulf Coast champion is... I love the Gulf Coast for its amazing scenery, its rich culture and history, and of course, its incredible food. I've sampled 3 of the absolute best sandwiches in America, but only one can be declared the Gulf Coast champion. Will it be the shrimp po' boy from Domalizi's in New Orleans, or will it be the blackened grouper Reuben from Skipper's Smokehouse right here in Tampa, Florida?
With succulent shrimp overflowing every inch of delectable local bread, the po' boy is a bite to behold. But the feast of deliciously spiced fresh grouper and sweet marble rye has raised the bar for the Reuben as we know it.
Both amazing. Both feature the incredible seafood from the Gulf of Mexico, served by incredible people at incredible places.
But one contender must reign supreme and move on to the national finals.
Because of its homemade condiments, with that fresh Gulf Coast seafood, because of a slight, albeit delicious margin, our Gulf Coast champion is... shrimp po' boy from Domalizi's in New Orleans. Congratulations, y'all. But this is my decision. I hope you all come out to the Third Coast and decide for yourselves.
Because when you can only pick 3 sandwiches, many regional favorites get left behind. Domalizi's fully dressed shrimp po' boy will represent the Gulf Coast in a national battle against 9 other regional winners for a chance to become my best sandwich in America.
A whole lot of sandwiches out there, a lot more country to cover. See you next time.